Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Beygstation's New Year's Resolution Monthly Review 2026 edition. We are in May. Now, as always, I like to draw something that kind of represented what my May has been like, and for this month I've drawn, this is Big Ben. I went to London. Wow. And it was pretty cool, and we'll probably talk about it a little bit later. As always, New Year, New Me. This year I set myself some resolutions. These resolutions include cooking and baking more, doing a sport, buying drip, developing a proper skincare routine, developing a proper sleep schedule, learning to code, using the phone less, creating a backlog and going through it, being more creative, and learning how to edit videos. These 10 things. And we're going to see how well I have done. Cooking and baking. I made some scones, however you want to say. I made some, but I didn't get a picture because they didn't really look that good. They tasted good, but the issue was I didn't have like a cutter, so I could like make cut the dough into circular shapes. So I had to use a glass like this. And when I done that and put them in the oven, they went like lopsided like that. So they didn't look very nice, but they'll taste it like scones. And I had cream and jam. It was very nice. Cream first, then the jam, and then I ate it, and it was very nice. So they were lopsided. I did put here. Um, I made an egg. Let's not. Let's move on. Sport. I love badminton, man. There was a week during this month where I didn't play badminton and I missed it, and when I came back, I was awful. I was like, no, I've lost it. But then I went back the next week and I was like decent again. I was like, yes, I've still got it. And I played some badminton, a very brief session of badminton with my friends. I was like, yes, I love badminton, man. It's like I've found a sport for me. I'm very happy. I just went, you know what, we're going to do a sport this year. I like badminton. Oh, there's a badminton place nearby. I'll sign up. And then I did sign up, and now I go pretty much every week, and I love it. We also had after I played some badminton with my friends, we had a bit of a kickabout, and that was fun. You know, dare I say, there is some natural talent in me in football. Sometimes, very, very few times, but sometimes I can just lock in and do something cool. And I did the other day. So that was really nice. Another thing with badminton as well. When I first started going, I was like always, like when I had finished, I was always out of breath and I was always dripping with sweat. Now I'm just dripping with sweat, but like I'm not out of breath anymore. My legs hurt less, and I feel like because I've been running more, which we're going to get onto a little bit later, I'm just I'm just fitter all around. My cardio is better. I'm just I don't know, my body is working better, and it's great. It's like, oh, doing all this exercise isn't supposed to make you tired if you've just like practiced it and trained for it. And I think that's just crazy. But moving on. Oh yes, I got to play with my new racket, and I like it. It's good. It's lighter than what my previous one was. So when I hit it, it goes further, and I quite like that. I like just smashing it. Anyway, moving on. Clothes. Oh, I didn't get pictures of my clothes. And they're not all in my wardrobe. I got a shirt in London at a Uniqlo, and it looked pretty nice. And then the things that ordered arrive, I'm gonna check my wardrobe because they might be in my wardrobe. Okay, I don't know where I thought my other things are in a different wardrobe, but this is the nice shirt I got in London. I just think it looks very smart. I seem to be buying a lot of green things recently. I never really thought that green would be my colour, but I guess I kind of like green. I'll probably have to show my other stuff maybe in next month's video. Sorry. They might be in the wash or something, I don't know. But anyway, those two things came. The thing I have realised though is these three things have arrived. They are all for the top half of my body. I have not bought. Actually, I bought a pair of pants this year. I've not bought any shoes. So like a lot, everything I've bought, bar one, has been for my top half. So I need to buy some trousers, or pants, and shoes. That's the aim. I just saw on the news recently that apparently Iran are gonna freaking shut down the strait permanently. So economy's not gonna do very well. Maybe it was just fake news. Who knows? I didn't read too much into it. I'm just reading headlines. Could be wrong, but let's hope it's wrong. Skincare routine. I just completely forgot to do any of this month. I think maybe I did moisturize once or twice this month, but I couldn't tell you when. I'm not even certain I moisturized this month. It's funny I put this in because the past week it has been warm. Dare I say hot. Actually, it was hot. I don't know why I'm saying dare I say it was hot. And now it's raining. And it's not cold, but like it's humid and rainy. But I think this summer we need to get lots of sunscreen. Especially if we plan to go back to Wales on the beach. I'm sure it'll be a good time. Next up, the sleep schedule. This is getting a little bit worse. I'm still reading this book on sleep. It is very interesting. It's a bit dusty. I'm halfway through it. I plan to finish it this month. And it's very interesting. It's very scientific in how sleep is beneficial, what causes you to go to sleep. But I will say, I think it's a little bit fear-mongery. It's like, the author's a bit like, now I'm not saying that lack of sleep causes these things, but lack of sleep makes it more likely that you have Alzheimer's, dementia, schizophrenia, diabetes, you eat more, are more likely to fall asleep at the wheel, which, okay, yeah, fine. But, like, diabetes, it's interesting to know that apparently lack of sleep can can make diabetes worse or make you more at risk of getting it. But yeah, get 8 hours of sleep, basically. I think it also mentioned cancer as well. If you just stay awake, this book says you're gonna die, so go to sleep. Coding. We said we were getting rid of this one, so we changed it to one from last year, which is running. Yeah, no more coding. Maybe the coding will come back. Maybe we'll add on some resolutions, but I should probably do the ones that I've already set out first. When I wrote this slide, I put I'm nearly on week 7. I've done the final run of week 6, so I'm now on week 7 of 9 of the Couch to 5K app. I jogged for about 25 minutes it was only like 8 kilometers an hour, but that's good for me. Like, I don't think I've ever jogged at that speed for that long before. Which is, my cars were burning doing it, but I just thought if I stop now, I'm just gonna have to do this run like again sometimes. I'll just stick it out, and then I did. So the goal is to finish this Couch to 5K. I'm probably gonna stay at like 8 kilometers an hour, but once I've managed to jog for 30 minutes without stopping, then I'm gonna start building the speed up, doing it faster. Because right now I'm just kind of doing it for the cardio and the stamina, just seeing if I can move at an elevated pace for a prolonged period of time. That's the goal right now. And then once we do that, we get fast. One thing I will say it does eat into my gym time. So I'm kind of doing less at the gym because I'm running more. So like for today we did legs. So for legs we usually do like a core workout, a plank, calf raises, leg press, and then like hamstring curls. But this run took about like 35 minutes. And so I was only managed to get like some stretches in after like a plank and then leg press because I didn't have time to do much else. But I do think in the long run, having better cardio will just help with like the gym stuff altogether. And then I can just run. I can run faster at less time. I can do runs for like 20 minutes or something, but we're building up there. That's the aim. Next up is less phone. It's not been looking good this month. I think I just checked. Like, it popped up on my phone today, like 6.5 hours average this week, which is bad. I've been back on X. I'd never taken X off of my phone. I just had like the app icon hidden, but I still got notifications. And I think I don't even know what notification I saw, but one of them just brought me like, okay, I gotta check this out. I gotta see what's going on. So then I went back on, and then it just broke. Like a sober man tasting alcohol for the first time in a year or something. He just can't stop himself. That's me right now. Some of the drama I see on that app is crazy. And then you go outside and then none of it matters. Up 6.5. 6.5. I should have updated that. I'm probably gonna have to delete the app. I know my friend, he has deleted Instagram off his phone, and he's not been doom scrolling as much, so maybe I have to follow in his footsteps and just get it off my phone. I just think the problem is I need to distract myself more, because I just find myself just like thinking, oh, I should go and do this, and then I'll just go on my phone for a little bit, and then 10 minutes later I'm still not doing the thing I want to do. I'm just scrolling. It's just I need to commit myself to doing other things. That's the goal. All right. Now here is our longest portion by a mile, the backlog. I have been told, oh, my good friend Mr. Piers, who may have been gunned down in the streets of the favelas recently as he's landed in Brazil, but he always says to me, this section is too long. I'm like, okay, I'll make it shorter. So that is what we're going to do Today we're going to run it. We're going to go through everything as normal, but I'm just going to keep it like everything a bit short. Okay, games. I did not play many games this month. Destiny 2 is being... What's the word? There's no more big updates coming out Destiny 2. So I've been kind of playing Destiny 2 with all my friends again, because we all miss Destiny. And we all want to give it one last farewell. Boy, Destiny 2. Spiritfarer was the game I've been playing recently. I'm going to try and put more games on this backlog, and also to finish Spiritfarer this month. That might be an issue with the new Destiny 2 update coming out, but we shall see. Here we go with our music. I've loaded it down, so you should be able to see all the names and the scores. I do think I do need to change some of the scores around, because, you know, opinions change over time. I might want to re-rank some stuff. But anyway, this is not the full list, it's just like a large portion of it. We're just going to go through the best songs from all these albums. From Afterlife, Circle of Death. This is a really cool album. I think it's just like instrumental remixes of all the other songs, and they just sound really mystical and angelic and really nice. Somewhere City, this is kind of... I don't know how you could describe it. Like punk. Like American punk, I guess I would call it. Maybe like a bit of emo. Running with Scissors, NPC. Don't know how to describe this one, but it's quite nice. Cloud the Sky, Pierce the Veil, The First Punch. I think a lot of the songs are pretty good. They're all a bit similar, in my opinion, but this was the best. These four actually I've just spoken about, was recommended to me by my good friend Kai Fessy. He recommended me some good albums, so shout out to him. You'll be fine. Hot Mulligan, Dirty, Office Bongos. This album, the guy likes to like screech a lot, like lots of strained vocals, but I quite enjoyed it. Punk Tactics by Joey Valence and Bray. Dance Now. This was their first album, and I think it's their first album anyway. It was pretty good. I then listened to No Hands, the deluxe version, which I think was ever so slightly worse. The best one is Omnitrix. I will say, I don't believe in guilty pleasure music. I think you shouldn't like really be embarrassed by what music you enjoy. But I think these guys are like the closest thing I have to a guilty pleasure. Like, I'm like ever so slightly embarrassed to say like I enjoy some of these songs, because some of the rhymes are just like so silly, basically. But yeah, self-titled by Stage Kids. Stitches was the song I originally knew before I went into this album. It's the best. This album would have been good, but there's a song, I think it's called like Peanuts or something, and the first half of the song is so good, and then the second half is just so bad. And I just felt like a lot of the songs fell a bit flat. But there were like 2 or 3 good ones, and then that one just really annoyed me. That lowered the score down a fair bit for me. We are on to Sunshine by J.W. Francis. Orbit was the song I knew going in. It was the only good song. It was the only song I liked on the album. All the rest were just like okay. Pink Moon by Nick Drake was really good. I think I liked the first half of the album a lot better than the second. I think the second was just kind of too depressing. This was just really nice guitar, singer-songwriter songs. It was really good. Caught the Crimson King by King Crimson, 21st Century Schizoid Man. If you've heard Power by Kanye West, you know the sample already. It's just an amazing song, an amazing album. There was only like one song I really disliked on there. I think it was called Moonchild or something. Bright Future by Adrian Lenker. Wow. No Machine was very good. This made me feel a bit emotional. If I were not driving, if I were lying down in my bed in the dark listening to this, I maybe would have shed a few tears. It's just really beautiful. That's all I really say. Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. Whenever you hear someone say, or like this is a no skip album. There are no skips on this album. I've never found an album like that, but this is the first one I found. But I'm gonna be honest with you, there's 5 songs on the album. It's about 40 minutes, but it's like 5 songs, and they're all good, which is crazy. But Wish You Here takes it, I think, just over Shine on Crazy Diamond. Kid A by Radiohead. I do not get Radiohead. I picked Tree Fingers as my favorite. This song doesn't sound like any other song on the album. This sounds like what a yoga teacher would put on as like ambience. But I enjoyed it more than actually anything else. I don't, if I remember right, there's no lyrics or vocals on this one as well. It's just really nice ambience music, and it's not like anything else on the album. I think there was like 1 or 2 others I might have liked, but Tree Fingers, Optimistic might have been the other one. Another one recommended me by Kai Fessy, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. I think I like to Thank You for the Venom. I never really properly listened to My Chemical Romance. I think the only song I would know off the top of my head would be Welcome to the Black Parade. But listening to this was pretty good. Kind of opened my eyes a little bit into seeing what My Chemical Romance is all about, but it was pretty good. He then also he also said I should listen to the Rainbow Goblins, even though he never listened to it, by Masayoshi Takanaka. It's a really good album. It's really odd as well. It's just like a story. Like in most of the songs, it's like a British man narrating what is happening. You Can Never Come to This Place is the last song on the album. It's just a lot of the songs are just beautiful, just really nice. I actually think the British man just narrating random things happening in a odd story. It's just a really nice touch. Discovery by Daft Punk, great album. The first half is just full of classics. You got Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, One More Time. Aerodynamics is on there. Digital Love. But, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger is the best song on the album by far. I think everyone knows that. Mad Villain. It's not just by Mad Villain. MF Doom is on this. I think someone else. All Cats was the song I knew going in. It was the best one. I don't know. In terms of MF Doom, I think I preferred the Food album. I think it was just okay. This was highly rated on like Rate Your Music, and I was just a bit. Maybe I didn't get it. That's how I feel like when I rate things slowly. Maybe I just didn't get it. These are the last 2. Toxicity, System of a Down. Chop Suey is like, I don't know if this was bigger than Toxicity, but this is one of the big ones, and it's really good. I liked the pogo stick song as well. In an album full of like, the government is controlling you. The elites are trying to do evil things to you, and it's a song about like I'm jumping on my pogo stick in front of my girlfriend's friends. It's just okay, fun. Eye in the Sky by the Alan Parsons Project. I listened to this because for an Instagram reel saying, "Oh, here are some no skip albums," and I recognized this song. I think if you go and listen to Sirius by the Alan Parsons Project, you'll know which song it is. I think it's probably used in like a meme or some point. But yeah, it was the best song on the album, but the album was overall pretty good as well. I have listened to the Marshall Mathers LP by Eminem today. I think Stan was probably the best album. I don't know what I'm going to give my score. You'll find out next month. Look at that. But I think I've been recommended the Logic albums, rest in peace Declan Pierce. So I'm probably going to start going through some of them next. That's all for music. Books and TV. It's the same as last month. I've not watched any more TV. I've not added any more TV shows, even though I probably should. Except for the books, I'm still reading this one, so yeah. Movies. I watched all of the Wes Anderson films. Thinking about it now, I probably could tier list them. But I will say, if I do a tier list, I enjoyed all of the films. All the Wes Anderson films were good. But the Royal Tenenbaums, which a lot of people say is the best, I think is the least good. Like, if we were doing tiers, I'd say the Royal Tenenbaums is like a B minus, and maybe like Asteroid City a little bit above that, and then there's kind of a gap between the rest. Which, you know, for he's made like 12, 13 films now. That's pretty good if I enjoyed most of them. And the one that I like the least is like a low 7. That's why he's my favorite director. Even though I hadn't seen all his films, I enjoyed the ones that I had watched, and now I've seen them all, and now I enjoy them all. Royal Tenenbaums less so. I will say I watched Parasite. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. That was a really cool movie. I did not expect it to be. It's probably not the right genre I'm saying, but like it's a bit psychological horror-y in the middle and towards the end, and it's really well done. It's a really interesting premise, and it's just really good. For the recipes, only good eggs, a scrambled one, and there's my out of 10 for the scones at 7.7. Pretty good. Don't really know if I could do them any better, but if I got a cutter and they weren't lopsided, but being creative. I said I was going to write a poem, but I did not write a poem. Seeing the news on Destiny, it's kind of made me tempted to write out a video on it, or just to make a video about it. Either talking about my time on the game, just, I don't know, like an introspective about my life, how this game has impacted me as a human being, which I think could be an interesting idea. I don't think it's a unique idea. I think people are doing this all the time, but I think it'd be nice to talk about what this game, what this franchise has done for me. So that's probably what I'm gonna. If I'm gonna write anything, it's gonna be a script for a video like this, and then for the editing, it's probably gonna be the Destiny video. Now I've just seen, because I can see the preview of the next slide. I didn't put any animations on for the ticks and crosses, so they're just gonna appear, and we're just gonna go through them as is. So my goals for May. I did not bake any bread. I wrote down some of the recipes, but not all. I did make a dessert. A scone is a dessert. I did start doing some stretches and at-home exercises. I didn't mention that because I think running was kind of the main big deal. But I've been doing stretches after in the gym. Tibia raises, calf raises, stretching my calves, squats, stuff like that. Just stretching out my lower half, basically. And I'll leave that for the next slide. I was going to mention something. I did not purchase a complete outfit. I did buy a top though, so that's something. I didn't do anything with the skincare routine. I probably didn't go to bed on time for more than half the month. I did start running at the gym, and it's something I'm going to keep doing. So that's a tick. There's more green ticks this month than the previous, which I like. Did not get below 5 hours weekly average. I've finished all the Wes Anderson films, which it was kind of a gimme. I knew I was going to do this anyway. I didn't write anything. Now, the egg video is technically a new video. I've never made a how-to video, I think, on my channel before. However, I didn't really edit it. This is why I'm putting it as a yellow, because I didn't edit it. My good friend Alex Sola edited it for me, because he wanted to. He was the cameraman, and he edited it. So, I don't know, it feels like I starred in a video instead of creating it, is what I'm trying to say. But if I do make something, it'll be a Destiny video. So, here are the goals for June. We're gonna bake some bread this time. Now, I want to make something. I want to have one of my friends try it, because everything I make, I eat, and people in my family eat. The people in my family, you know, they have to like me. They have to get on with me because I'm their family. But my friends, they don't. They can say, this is garbage, Alfie. This is horrible. So if I want to make something good, I gotta make something that one of my friends will enjoy. So we're gonna make something. I want to have someone eat it, and we're gonna see what they say. That's the goal. In terms of stretching, I want to be able to touch my toes without bending my knees. That is the goal. I don't really know what I'm gonna do to actually train for it. I can do it. I'm close. There's a slight bend in my knees, but we will get there. I need some lower half stuff, pants and shoes. That is the goal for this month. Just the skincare routine as per normal. Same with the bed. Go to sleep more. The book is telling me I'm gonna die if I don't sleep. If I don't get 8 hours, so I better start sleeping on time. Because I'm on week 7. I technically have only 6 more runs to do until I've finished the Couch to 5k. So the goal is to finish it next month, and then in next month, pick up the pace. So just keep up with it. But yeah, I still need to get the phone time down. I'm probably gonna start deleting the apps as soon as I'm done with this video. Finish the book. Get the other book. Start reading that. I need more recommendations for albums. It's very because my list is like it's the Under Pressure by Logic, and then 2 Kanye albums I've kind of already listened to but not in full. And I know if my good friend Declan Pierce was alive, he would say listen to all of the Logic albums, which I probably will at some point. But just recommend me some stuff. I need to watch more movies. My movie backlog is my largest. I just need to watch more movies. And then I'm gonna write something and I make a video about Destiny. So overall, I enjoyed London. I said at the beginning I was going to talk about London. I guess I'll just talk about it here. I spent about 3 days ish in London. 2 of my friends. We just went on some nice walks. Saw Buckingham Palace. Saw Big Ben. It's very nice. I like all of the architecture in London. It was all very nice. We did not see any pickpockets. We didn't see anyone get robbed. We saw someone like chase after someone, but I think they were friends. I bought the shirt, which is a little bit of drip. We went into quite a few thrift shops to try and snag some deals. But I don't know if any of us bought anything, because I know I didn't. There was a jacket I saw that had like Salt Lake Olympics on it. I thought that's really cool. I'd like that, and it was like 120 quid. I was like, oh, forget about it. Yeah, London was fun. The tube just takes you everywhere. The tube is also warm. I'm glad we didn't do it. I'm glad we didn't go to London last week. I would have been boiled alive. Yeah, I'd like to go back. Probably not anytime. Probably not anytime soon because I need more money. But I will return to London. But before we return to London, we gotta return to Wales. It's gonna be hot. If the end of May has been foreshadowing for what is to come in the summertime in terms of weather, and I'm going to be spending that summertime on a beach in Wales. I'm going to like it. I'm going to go swimming in the sea, and it's going to be good. I'm with my friends, want to have fun, and it's going to be great. I will say the 9 to 5 is getting to me. However, as a wise man always said, let's get it. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below and I might answer them. I might not. Who knows? I'm going to leave down a link to a Spotify playlist of songs I've listened to for the first time this year that I've enjoyed. If you think like, oh, I enjoy this guy's videos, I enjoy when he says he likes this song and this song and this song and this song, but I can't be bothered to go onto Spotify and type it in so I can listen to it. Well, I'm gonna make it a bit easier for you. You just have to click a link and then press play, and then these will be all the songs I've listened to this year that I enjoyed. So that'll be fun. There's a lot of songs on there, by the way. You're unlikely to get any of the ones I mentioned in this video. Like, you have to shuffle it a few times, but maybe maybe your favorite song you haven't listened to is in that playlist. Just think about that. And on that bombshell, I will see you later. Take care and goodbye.